I'm gonna pop some tags.
Only got $20 in my pocket.
I'm hunting, looking for a
Come up,
This
Seahawks
is-
frickin' suck now.
Well,
I wear your granddad's clothes.
That's weird they put that lyric in there. Guys, welcome to Real Awkward.
Welcome.
This is the best damn podcast you heard today.
Just today.
We've got some fantastic people here. My name's Andy,
I'm Amanda.
I'm Ashley.
and we have a special guest today.
Special guest.
Right? Special
Who
guest.
be that over there?
Yes.
Why are you pointing at
I'm
me?
Chris.
You guys.
He's looking at us awkwardly.
I'm waiting for the cue. But
Hi, I'm Chris.
But he pointed
Yeah.
at me instead?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to be like, oh, but you weren't.
Okay,
Christopher.
Yeah,
Guys,
get
we
him
have,
an intro.
We have new headphones because we're fancy now.
Mm-hmm.
And Andy and Ashley are both like holding onto the side of the headphone like they're Mariah Carey. Like,
Yeah, let's do some octave work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's not.
All right, listen. Guys, if you clicked on the thumbnail and you've made it this minute and 22, 23, 24, 25
you
seconds.
like-
move on.
Then you like sports
You
ball.
like sports. And if you have listened to our episodes before, we commonly don't dive into sports. So this is a special episode, okay?
So you should feel very special for us.
Very special. Amanda knows nothing about sports ball.
I know some things
okay?
about sports.
To be fair, she surprised us at our New Year's party and she started shouting stuff out we didn't know actually existed in her head.
I know
So
things.
well done.
yeah, but she didn't know what like team they played for.
Yeah, meanwhile, Chris is not going to have any idea.
I know things.
She knows what color the balls are, okay?
We brought Chris on because
I know what color balls are.
Listen, Chris is a sports nut.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, who put it that
That's
way?
a
Ashley
nice way to
knows-
say I've got nothing better to do.
Ashley has decent knowledge, right?
Okay.
And I would say that I know some stuff, and then I realize later I'm like, you don't know nothing.
My
So-
knowledge comes and goes.
yeah. So we brought Chris on because if you guys didn't know, our podcast is based out of Seattle-ish, and we are going to talk about Seattle sports teams. If you guys know, there's been a long history of Seattle sports teams. There's things that have come, they've gone, and they're currently staying here, whether they be positive and or negative. So, Chris,
Yeah.
you look like you brought some homework.
Well, I mean, I wanted to. I don't know. I listed things in terms of least popular to popular, so I started with soccer.
Ooh.
Okay.
I think some people might argue with you.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
In this country, soccer isn't important.
In this country, soccer's not important.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some people will disagree with you. There are Sounders fans that will go to bat at any time.
Yeah.
They will sling their scarf at you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I've marched with them a few times. They're rascals.
They're little rascals. So
Rascals.
we're not guiding the show in any way, but in general, do you have any topic from a Seattle sports team that you were going to bring up first that you wanted to
Soccer.
talk about?
I was just gonna go by
okay.
sports type and then team. I don't know.
Oh, no, I
It's up
like
to
it.
you.
No, I see on the top of your little sheet there, it says soccer.
Yeah,
I see you did a little bit of work there. That's cute.
I even printed this out.
Yeah, I see your Times New Roman.
Yeah.
That's
We're
impressive.
good to go.
It's actually Calibri. Actually,
It's
it's Calibri
pronounced
Light.
Calibri.
1.5
Right.
inch margins, okay?
I prefer Cambria.
You would? God. Okay, so let's find out about Seattle sports. Deal?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm sorry. I need to segue for a second. I was literally thinking to myself, I can't remember last time I typed anything on a computer and printed it out.
Yeah.
You sound really sophisticated.
I don't work with computers for my job, okay?
it's not on
wanna
your phone.
apologize.
Okay,
I'm
so
surprised.
let's do
Kristen
something where Chris says the sport and
Oh,
then Amanda
yes.
has to tell us the name of the team.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Okay.
Soccer.
Sounders.
Oh, that's because I just said it.
Okay, for record, I knew what it was.
Okay, for
But I do
reals
have a
though.
question.
For
Prove it.
reals.
Can't prove it.
Hockey.
Kraken.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wait, but hold on. Hold on. a
Okay,
second.
that's just because they're a new team.
No, okay, hold on. Before the Sounders, was there a different Seattle soccer team, or did it start with the Sounders?
They were the Sounders in 1974 for the NASL. I think they were around for like 20-ish years, and then they became in the MLS in 2009. They've won technically 7 championships. I didn't realize that the U.S. Open Cup was a big deal until I looked it up. And
Real
apparently it
big
is.
deal. Real
Yeah,
big deal.
It's a big deal. I didn't realize it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
And then hockey.
hockey
There's the
just
Kraken,
started,
which are new.
brand new this
And
year.
there's the
Yeah.
Kraken.
Yeah, it's the inaugural season.
Fans
But
are
then-
called crackheads.
There
But then
was-
we also have the Silver Tips, right? Are they
But
still a team?
they're not
That's-
NHL.
It's not a national
Yeah.
team.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
because if we went local, I would be here fucking forever. And
Yes, the Silver Tips are only like a minor league.
so,
Okay.
in 1915, there was a hockey team called the Seattle Metropolitans,
Mm-hmm.
which I
Yeah.
did know before researching. We were actually the first U.S. team to win the Stanley Cup.
Yes,
Yep.
we were, which
we
is
learned
fantastic.
that at the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Yeah, when we went to Toronto, because we're cultured in Canada.
Amanda has a puzzled look on her face.
Amanda's like, "What's Canada?"
Is where's Canada? Thunderbirds?
That's Seattle's minor
Seattle,
league team.
just like the Silver
Okay,
Tips.
See,
okay,
the
okay,
problem
okay.
is, and you're on the right track, is that you only knew those teams because the NHL did not have a Washington team, so that's
Sure.
all we knew for hockey was our
Sure.
minor league teams for a long time.
Yeah, there was the Tacoma Rockets a long time ago. I used to actually go to a lot of those games because my cousin dated one of them. Actually, married one of them too.
We
One of the Rockets,
Yeah.
not the Rockettes.
got him.
So can we go back to soccer for a moment? Because I feel like we just kind of brushed
Yeah.
by
No,
it.
let's go back to soccer.
Do we have any like star players?
Yeah.
I don't know any of them now. Oh wait, free.
Huh?
I don't. The guy is like he's the goalie with like an F in his name. It's like Fry.
Fry.
Yeah, he's super
Okay.
good.
Fry guy?
I thought there was another guy
think
that we
it's
had
Fry.
that had some heart issues. He was like the forward or something. He had heart issues.
Yeah.
They had to bring him back.
Yeah.
For a
Do I
little
look
bit.
like I play soccer? I have no idea.
We brought you in as the
Hold on.
sports
Soccer.
champion.
But he started at least.
Least popular.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Like you should just
He
feel
did-
happy that I fucking typed it out.
He did. He did say and printed it.
Yeah.
Well,
He-
and you
yeah.
so you guys have been to a couple Kraken games.
Yes. No. Yes. We went
And
to one preseason game.
Dual-sided printed.
That's insane.
Girl.
God, I didn't know you had
That's-
high-end printer like that.
Oh yeah, Canon, bitch.
Is that like dot matrix? And peel off the sides of the paper. when you're
Just like we
done?
had Blockbuster cards. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you want your Blockbuster card? It'll be 45 minutes.
Half the time we would just write it on
Yeah,
there.
just like
Yeah.
screw it.
Our
we'll just
printer's
write it.
not working.
Oh, sorry.
We're just gonna write it on.
You're
there.
a Blockbuster fan.
Okay, so I guess we're just skipping right on to hockey.
Sorry, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty
soccer's
much-
done, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much
Wait.
soccer, and then hockey is kind of done. You know, they have one season.
there's not much to talk
there's
about.
not a lot you
No.
can do on NHL.
Did they do well in their season?
No, they're still
No.
working on
They
it right
started
now.
off well, and then
They did okay.
like the first few games, like
they did
literally
okay.
2 or 3 games.
They're losing a lot
Yeah.
right now,
Got
and they're
it.
trying
Well, they're
to
an
figure
expansion
out.
team, so that happens.
Well, I mean, the Knights were fantastic.
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
I don't know.
So,
that's
if-
pretty
rare.
good.
Am I correct in believing that the Kraken is the last expansion team?
What does that mean?
Oh, so when you have a bunch of teams, you're allowed to add some to the league, but they have to go through rigorous questionnaires and what this will do to the league to add a team to it. How are they going to change the bracketing on the
owners-
finals?
yeah, the
and
owners
Isn't there a
have to
max of
agree
like
with it.
32?
yeah,
Yeah.
and that was the
Teams.
last team, 32 max, unless they decide to up it. Because I thought there was another league that had 40 teams in it, like another sports league. Am I wrong? Baseball doesn't just have 32, right?
No, I want to say I know basketball is 30,
Right. Okay. Well, I mean that's less
and
than
they've been
32.
wanting to do
so-
they've been wanting to do expansion for a while. And, well,
I mean-
I guess we're going to touch base on that.
It was really cool to get a hockey team, in general.
I think it's cool.
there was
I
a-
would go
yeah.
see. I remember when we went to the Silver Tips years ago. I was afraid that the hockey
30,
puck
okay.
was gonna fly up and hit me in the face
Yeah. There's
because it flew.
there's cool things called glass.
We were
guards.
just above it, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna
It's
die."
happened before.
no,
Yes.
dude, that shit gets flipped up, man.
Yeah, pucks have came over that
Yes.
that railing and
It happened while I
popped
was there.
somebody in the face. Not
Okay, so
good.
what is more popular than hockey? Are we
Any-
moving on?
Wrestling.
Anything other than soccer?
Okay, come on. I'm literally just having you move down your list.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I don't know. I just chose hockey based off of personal preference. I haven't gone to a game I'd like to.
Yeah.
The arena is really nice. I'm glad it's good for the area because the area was really crappy because
Yeah.
there's no teams around there, so a lot of businesses went under. And, I guess we can move on to baseball.
We can move on to
Baseball.
baseball.
The Mariners.
Good job.
the
Good job.
Mariners
What
have
was
a-
the first team here, though?
The Mariners.
Mariners.
In my mind,
It was
the
actually
Mariners.
the Pilots.
The
Seattle
Pilots.
Pilots.
So was this
Interesting.
an actual MLB team?
Yeah.
Okay.
They actually moved to Milwaukee and became the Brewers.
Oh, look
So-
at that.
Okay, so
They were here for one season.
back in the 90s and early 2000s,
Quit
but I think it's
playing
90s.
games with my
I was really into the Mariners.
Yes.
And
Which is weird.
Everybody was.
Randy Johnson, Jay Buhner,
Oh yeah. Joey Cora,
Edgar Martinez,
Joey Cora, Tino Martinez,
Alex
Edgar
Martinez.
fans are
Edgar
gonna
Martinez,
hate
Tino
you
Martinez,
right now.
Lino Martinez, Fino Martinez.
Sure. Because Alex Martinez was that?
Alex Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
Jeez, yeah.
Same thing.
A-Rod.
Sorry, guys.
No, A-Rod, and he went
Yes.
on to do big things at the Yankees. if I'm
Yeah,
not mistaken.
Yeah.
And-
He went on to do steroids and intimidate people too.
Sure. I don't know that.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Stop. You're not supposed to use those.
Okay.
So that's what I remember of the Mariners.
Don't they all?
Was that era.
The My Oh My.
Yes.
I don't think
my
yeah.
own-
any of you said Ken Griffey Jr.
I
What?
was about
No.
to talk about King
My-
Griffey
Which
Jr.
yeah.
he just bought part of the team, didn't he?
Yes, I think he just
That
invested.
I'm not sure of, but that's great.
So for
I
the-
hope,
for-
I hope that
I was
they'll
about
do
to
stuff
talk
now.
about
Yeah.
how much I used to play Ken Griffey Slugfest.
On 64 or on
Super Nintendo, baby.
It's super good.
So, no, King Griffey Jr., I used to have his jersey, like his shirt. And then
Griffey has a bubble butt.
sure.
Bubble butt.
I
Then
saw
it-
it.
Bubble butt.
Then
I
a
saw
couple
it.
years
Everybody
later,
sees it.
I seen it.
couple years later, the Mariners got Ichiro.
Yeah, so that was in the
Right.
later seasons.
Yeah.
Like, but their 1995 run, which was like arguably one of their best runs aside from 2001,
Refused to lose.
was incredible.
Yeah.
They had an announcer, and I forget his name.
Dave Niehaus.
There you go. And he was like,
Yes.
this guy was fantastic in the way
He was
that
great.
he like called a game. It was awesome. But you had all of these players. They were super recognizable for some reason. I mean, they all had unique personalities. Now it doesn't feel that way.
No.
At least for Seattle sports currently on baseball for the Mariners. Nintendo used to own the stadium or part of the Mariners
Thought they
for
owned the
a long
actual
time,
team.
right?
Yeah, I
Maybe
thought it
for the long
Yeah,
time.
because
the
it was
actual
always
team.
there was always Nintendo of America ads behind them.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the case anymore. I don't think Nintendo owns them anymore. I thought they
I'm
sold
not
them.
sure.
Probably sold them to Pokemon.
Well, and then the other Steve Allen,
Paul Allen?
Paul Allen, Jesus,
Alan
Steve,
Jackson.
Steve Allen. Very funny man.
This is where we learn Amanda doesn't know anything about Seattle.
So Nintendo of America sold off most of its majority stake in August 2016.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought
It still
was,
owns 10% of the team.
It still owns 10%.
10%,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't see ads or anything like that much at the stadium. Now, we didn't talk about this, but with soccer, they ended up playing at the NFL stadium. Like
Yeah.
our soccer team
Yeah.
plays
Safeco?
at no.
The
Lumen
link.
Field.
Yeah, so when it first was
It's
built,
Lumen now.
so we used to have, and I'm gonna take us on a sidebar. Anybody that's still with us, I appreciate it. Take us on a sidebar. At first, we only ever had two stadiums in Seattle. We had the Kingdom, and we had Key Arena.
Yes,
That was
Yeah.
it. Like that was it. And
Yeah, it
so
was the Seattle College,
everything was played at, originally, you're right, before it was Key Arena. The Kingdom housed our Seahawks and our Mariners together. They played
Yes.
both games there, and they literally would change the field out. So I don't know if anybody saw this, and it took a while, but the Raiders were the last team to still play on a baseball field.
Really?
Yes. So the Raiders would actually play on Oakland's, the A's.
Sure.
They would switch that over, and then they would like re-chalk everything, and they'd have to play on dirt like for football games.
Interesting.
Which is yeah. So it was really nice for us to get that switch because they tore the Kingdom down. Like I think there was an earthquake and things had like shook too much or something like that. Right? There was issues with it.
They imploded it.
Well, no,
Right?
Well, I mean, no, it like some of the roof fell a little bit, but the reason why they made the stadium is because Paul Allen was like, if you don't build the stadium, I'm moving the Seahawks.
Like a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I think what they needed to do is clearing that out. It gave room for the two new stadiums.
Yeah.
So now you had Safeco Field and you had Quest Field.
Yes.
Quest was like an internet provider or something like
Yes.
that back then. Quest sold to CenturyLink,
The clink.
the Clink, and it was the Clink for the longest time, and then it just changed to Lumen Field.
See, I knew
Yeah.
it was. But the one thing that was cool about that stadium, I think I'm correct here. The roof could open and close.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. No.
Yes.
Or is that the baseball one?
Safeco?
Safeco.
I'm sorry.
The
Safeco.
football one could open and close.
No, the football
No.
one's open.
It's just an open stadium. Safeco Field though was
Kingdom?
one of the
Yeah.
first
Kingdom was
or
completely
Is
enclosed.
very
Yes,
close to
I knew
the
that.
first
And
one of
then-
the first ones that had a retractable roof.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was the baseball one.
Yeah. So they
Okay.
could play games whether it was rain or shine
So
for baseball.
they play games whether it's rain or shine in football, or I mean,
but
Yeah.
that's unless
normal.
it's lightning.
Yeah. But that's
and
every
thunder,
sport, though. If it's
that's
lightning,
the
no one
only
plays.
thing they'll pull it back. But if it's just rain or snow or whatever, football is a go.
interesting. Yeah.
But baseball, they'll rain out games. Like
Yes.
if it's just raining, they'll call the game and be like, "We'll play it another day."
Interesting.
But crazy about Seattle is that Safeco has only ever been baseball. They built it for only baseball.
Yeah.
It's just a baseball field. And then now Lumen Field, which was Quest Field, which was CenturyLink, they play a lot of things there. They play a lot at that stadium because football only plays 17 times a year unless
Yeah.
you're in the playoffs at
And that's
the
where
stadium.
the Sounders play.
Right. So they have
Sure.
soccer there.
Sure, because the field would be similar.
Well, they
Yeah.
do music in both of them. Like,
Well,
I
yeah,
think-
and
I think
events like
this coming
that.
up
That's
one,
true.
I think Foo Fighters are coming to T-Mobile Park, which is
Oh, that's right. It's not
Safeco's
Safeco
now
anymore.
T-Mobile.
magenta.
yeah.
They just changed that again too.
well, then
Yoy.
I mean, even Key Arena
It's
was
now Climate Pledge Arena.
yeah, but Key it was
Hippies.
Key Arena for a long
Yeah.
time, and then KeyBank stopped paying for it. But the name was so quick
I would
and
too.
easy that Key Arena stayed.
right.
I wish it was still Key Arena.
Well, it was just a bad, but it was a bad. It needed to be updated.
Oh,
so
the arena was
badly.
terrible,
yeah.
but
So I know they changed some things, updated, dropped it down like 20 feet, something like that, like
Yeah.
into the ground, and added some more things to it. But it's supposed to be one of the most eco-friendly stadiums now.
Yeah,
so
sure, because it's Seattle.
That's what Seattle's pushing, right? The green stuff.
So I have a question about the Mariners.
yes,
Have they ever won the World Series?
No.
no.
Like ever?
nope,
No.
And Seahawks had never won
The-
until 2013.
We're not there yet.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry.
I was waiting to talk about all these
So
things.
the Mariners.
Like, why am I here? Well,
So-
should I
There's
leave?
the door.
Sorry. So the Sounders, did
Soccer.
they ever? I know that. I know that.
Did you?
Yes.
MLS.
Did they ever win essentially the World Series?
The MLS Cup.
Yes.
they've won
Yes.
multiple times.
They've won twice.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then we already did the hockey one. So okay, so Mariners have never won the World Series.
Yeah, and
No.
Kraken will not win for a long time.
Well, I mean, jeez. That's
The
mean.
way it's going right now, they
It's
will
one
not win the
season, man.
Stanley Cup for a long time.
God.
I'm just saying.
Spitting on them.
I'm just saying.
Okay, so what's next?
So, well, Mariners have done a decent amount of things, right? Like, so they have the most wins in a season, 116.
That's right. Was that the 1995 season?
That was 2001.
2001 season. That's
That was-
the one where they
Wow.
did. It was amazing, and I wasn't even watching then. I feel
Yeah,
bad.
it was Ichiro, Brett Boone, Jamie Moyer, Freddie.
Mercury.
No, I wrote it down.
Kruger.
Freddie Garcia.
Freddie
that's what
Garcia.
I thought.
Oh, right.
Also, the Mariners manager, Lou Piniella, is I love him.
Oh, is he
Oh,
still
he was
alive?
He would go out and he
Yes.
would
Yeah.
kick dirt
Yes.
and
He's
steal
just not the
bases.
manager
funny.
anymore.
He went by Sweet Lou.
Oh, like that was his name as
Yeah,
the manager?
Yeah, because he wasn't sweet. He was mean.
No, he was
He
mean.
he had a temper on.
He
him.
got grumpy.
Yeah.
Grumpy pants out on the field. To be honest, umpires probably pissed you
But
off.
now
I really
he
like
does
him,
ads for Shag
Oh, there you go. Calls-
Senior Housing.
Yep. Makes sense to
Live
me.
there. I don't want to, but you can.
That's awesome.
And then after that, they've been just crappy.
Yeah,
The
it's been
Mariners,
rough to
since-
get on board with the
Since the
Mariners.
mid-early 2000s.
They
they've been
haven't
crappy.
made it to the playoffs in how long now?
They came really close a couple years in a row, actually.
Yeah, I
but-
think they were excited. Not this last year, or maybe it was this year or the year before. Everyone was like, "Oh, they're looking real good."
Well,
And I hear that all the time. Mariners are looking real good this year, real good, and then I don't see
I
them.
feel like they always start
It's
out
because they don't
hopeful.
do anything. They don't make trades, and if they do make trades, they trade their players away.
Yeah, that's sad.
When I know people who have season tickets, and I'm like, why? though?
Why?
Why?
Why though? Well, to be
Why?
honest, I have a buddy, and his work has season tickets in the box.
Yeah, but that's different.
that's
a
the
box.
box.
Oh,
I
and it's
mean,
fantastic because
So
it's
da-
like
it is the only thing that
Because you have
makes
your own
okay.
pooper in there,
it's
man.
like open bar, dude.
Yeah.
It's like
They bring
alcohol
food
and
to your
candy.
seat.
I would enjoy sports if I could go
Yeah.
have a buffet.
Yeah.
Just like a table of airplane bottles.
I don't think we even really watched the game. We
No,
just
you don't.
ate candy. And
That's
The thing is, though, if you're at a box, though, you really don't. Like,
No.
my work rented out one time.
you're just having a good time.
just
like,
drinking.
uh,
Just, you
But
know,
even if
whatever
you're
was
not
around.
in the box, you're still not watching the game. You're just not having as good of a time.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. So,
I have a hard time with baseball. It's quite
so we've
slow.
gone,
Boring.
Chris, just so I can recap for our audience who's still listening to us talk about these crazy sports. We talked about Seattle soccer Sounders. We talked about NHL, new Kraken team, hockey. And then we talked about baseball Mariners, right? We
Yep.
haven't talked about any other sports teams on that
No.
sheet.
What? Okay. When Randy Johnson hit the bird.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That was on the Mariners, right?
He was.
That
no,
was-
he, I
that was
thought
Mar-
he was
The
playing for
big unit.
Arizona.
Or was that when he
No,
was
that
a
was
Diamondback?
Diamondbacks.
And he was a Diamondback.
Right?
Yeah,
When he
I
hit
said
that?
Arizona.
Yeah.
So fuck you guys for saying I don't know anything about sports.
Tell me any
What
other
fucking
Arizona
teams do they
team
have in
right now.
Arizona?
Arizona rattlesnakes.
Yep, exactly. What do they
The
play?
cactuses.
What do they play?
Cactus.
The
They just-
Pueblo Indians.
It's the cacti.
I don't know.
All right. So let's move on.
Are we talking about basketball next?
What's
Yes.
Seattle Supersonics.
No, we don't have
Rip.
them. They're not a thing.
Well, they.
Amanda definitely
we
has
had them
Sean
for
Kemp
41
poster in
years.
her room.
I
I
absolutely
would-
did.
67 to 2008.
Was the Seattle Supersonics.
Yeah.
Now, I think out of all teams, out of anything that's ever happened to us, that's the most bitter to Seattle.
Yeah.
Seattle wants another basketball team,
Yeah.
and they
The fact
tried.
that-
Well,
the fact that they like
So basically, okay, so back in the 90s when I was into baseball, I was also
Yeah.
really into basketball, and I was super into the Sonics, and because my dad and I would watch the Sonics play, and Gary Payton and Sean Kemp were the shit. Gary Payton was an incredible basketball
Gary
player.
Payton the glove, dude, and Sean Kemp,
and his
Rain
son,
Man.
his son now plays basketball, and he's a great player too. Like he's not like he's not like LeBron, like as some crazy amazing basketball player.
Sure.
but he's not terrible.
Right,
Like,
right.
but that was what we would watch all the time. And then on NBA Jam,
NBA Jam.
you could play the Seattle Supersonics with
Supersonics.
Supersonics.
I like Honix
with
better.
Sean Kemp and Gary Payton.
Yeah, I just
They were the
played
team.
the newest NBA Live, which was like 2013, came out on Xbox 360,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to unlock them. I only played the game just so I could unlock the Supersonics.
Yeah.
I played for a game and then I've never done it again.
Sure.
I played as them once. But the Supersonics, I don't know what it was, but we loved that team. Like Seattle loved their basketball, and the owner, Chris, do you have this information?
Charles Schultz.
Yeah, is he who took them away?
No, he's the one that sold them to the guy that took them away.
Right.
Charles Schultz is the Starbucks.
Oh, right.
Oh, really?
So he sold them over, and then they took them over to Oklahoma, right?
Yeah.
Oklahoma City Thunder. They became, and they kept our stats.
Yeah. That's
So
how it works.
Yeah, but still, it's not true.
Wasn't there something about them? They were gonna lose the arena, like the ability to lose the arena or something.
They
like
said
that?
no. I think they said build us a new arena or we're leaving.
Oh, that's
Because
Yeah.
they played
well,
at
Charles-
Key Arena, right?
yeah.
They didn't want to like renew their.
No, because the Key Arena was just renovated from the Coliseum. The Coliseum was shit. It was old.
Right,
I mean, it's
right.
been around since the 70s.
And it was a rough renovation. Like it wasn't great in
No.
our eyes. So,
Well, I mean, the seats were like ripping off and.
oh,
Yeah.
I sat in the Key Arena
Yeah.
seats as the most uncomfortable seats I've
Yep.
ever sat in.
Now that being said, it was a
Not
very good
good.
arena for basketball, though. Like, it was
Yeah.
every seat was
you
viewable.
felt super
yeah.
close to
Yeah.
the action.
And it was a great game.
We,
like,
dude, our mascot was the Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and we've never had anything
Okay,
cool like that
what the
again.
hell's a supersonic?
It's supposed to be
Supersonic.
it's supposed to be jets.
yeah,
Like,
it's supposed to be like because of Boeing.
Yeah.
So why is
Oh.
our mascot a Sasquatch?
okay.
And
you
wasn't the
Hey,
logo
Pacific
for the
Northwest Sasquatch,
ball,
I get it.
Wasn't the logo for the team just like a ball with a flame?
It-
Like
no.
a ball with like a pew, like a
no, it was. I think it was just the Supersonics logo going around a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
There's
that's you're
just,
right.
and
Yeah.
the city was inside.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it was the Space
Yeah,
Needle.
the Space Needle was inside.
So what did they achieve? Anything?
They got close.
They got close once.
It was against the Bulls, right?
90s.
They got
yeah.
close once.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, so there's a period from 93 to 98
That was the hot. That's when they were hot, right?
Actually, yeah, we did not we did not win under 55 games.
I mean, that's incredible. And that was Peyton and Sean Kemp's time.
And that was, George Karl, Detlef Schrempf, Sam
Shrimp.
Perkins, Big Smooth.
Yep.
I used to love watching that guy shoot. It just, I don't know why.
It was, they were a fun team. They were a fun team to watch. And when that got pulled, I think everybody thought they were calling bluff. Like, I think they were just like, nobody will ever leave. Like, Seattle needs a team and people are backing them. And then they just bounce and we're like, wait. We don't have a basketball team anymore?
Yeah.
Like, we
It's-
have nothing.
it's weird.
And Seattle
like-
Center just went to shit too after that. Like, just, it's...
Yeah.
You're
like,
right.
A bunch of
because-
businesses
Yeah.
went
Yeah,
under.
because
The
they don't
center
have the
house was
traffic there
empty.
anymore.
Yeah.
I remember liking their like color scheme because it was like that hunter, like the forest green,
Yeah.
and then like a burnt red orange kind
Orange,
of
yeah.
like. I remember liking that, and then but their old colors were just like green and yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even to this day, people love the Sonics
Logo. Yeah.
and their jerseys.
Well,
People
especially
will wear
because they
them.
don't make it anymore.
Well, not
so,
even Seattle
like,
though. Like, it's popular everywhere. Like in the United States,
because
like
they had
people
cool
will wear Sonic
scheme
stuff.
and stuff. Like,
So do you think if we ever got a team back that it would be the Supersonics?
100%.
I
can
think,
they call it that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because
They-
I think we made the deal also that we get to keep the banners, I think.
Yeah, and the name
I
stays.
thought, but I'm not sure. But also, I actually screwed up. We did win a championship in '79.
Oh, I forgot.
Okay.
I forgot. That was before my time.
Yep.
My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, we won.
young.
We beat the Bullets. We had like downtown Freddie Brown and Jack Sigma.
So that was I'm bad at math. We're talking 45 years ago?
52 or 42?
43?
43. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
2022 now.
Yeah.
But that's a long time.
Yeah.
Like, that's a long stretch not
Yeah.
to not only not to win, but not to have a basketball
Well,
team
but-
anymore.
Yeah, that was
Well,
my question. Is
a men's basketball team.
Oh, sure.
well,
Yes.
so remind
You're right.
me.
You're right.
Remind me what year it was when we lost the Sonics.
2008.
Okay, so it's been a long time
Yeah.
now that
It's been a
we
hot
haven't
minute,
had
15
basketball
years.
teams.
Well, the Kings were close to leaving Sacramento, so we were trying. Oh God, what's that guy's name?
We were hoping
Chris
to
Hansen.
get them, right?
Chris Hansen was like putting a group together to try buying them.
He tried really hard.
Yeah,
He
but
tried really hard
the
to
NBA
not
wasn't
only
going to let it happen.
build new arenas and try to get a team in,
Yeah.
all with financial
Yeah,
backing.
he was trying to buy all the land in the Soto area that's near the water.
They thought it was close.
Yeah, but
Like,
it wasn't.
everybody
The
was
N-
like, we're almost there. But
the
no.
NBA wasn't going to let it happen.
Which was
unfortunately.
cool that we got the NHL to come in and at least do hockey, because that abandoned not having any hockey, not having any basketball, just baseball and football, and soccer came in to kind of
Yeah.
save that. But it kind of felt like a quiet time in sports history, at least to me. I don't know why. Like, we don't have you couldn't just choose someone to watch one day. There would be stretches where there was no Seattle sports games happening.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, now when I watch basketball, I just watch it because I want LeBron to win because he's the same age as I am.
You and LeBron.
Wow.
He's my best friend.
Hey, I like him.
You can.
Well, yeah.
You can.
I
You
should.
can like you can.
He's
like
fucking
him.
great.
He's okay.
Yeah.
So wait. So did you have more basketball for
Yeah.
Seattle?
So the Seattle Storm has been.
Yeah,
here
we can't
since-
forget the ladies.
They
Yeah.
they
No, see,
are a really good team.
Yeah.
So-
So here's the thing: they've been here for 21 years and they've won the title 4 times.
4 times, and
Wow.
it's the WNBA has been going on. Did you have that? How long?
'Cause
we
my
entered-
memory, I'm very sure 95, 96 is when it started.
That's what I thought too.
We didn't bring the team here until 2000.
2000. Okay.
They have the 2-colored ball.
Yeah, Sue Bird
Yes.
Yeah.
is
Yep.
playing.
Yep.
Sue Bird is still alive.
Wow.
She's 42, about to
Yeah.
be 42. I think she was drafted in 2000 or 2001.
It's incredible. That's a long stretch though, too,
Yeah,
right?
she's still active. She's going to play this upcoming season.
Wow.
Wow. Good for
I
her.
really like her though.
But
She kind of embodies Seattle. She's just a really nice lady.
I feel bad because we do have to go back to soccer because we also have a women's professional soccer team here too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
the
it's not-
OL Reign.
Yeah,
which
the
I
Reign.
thought about it, but then when I was writing it down, I was like, who cares about ladies?
we saw the rain once.
We did. We saw the rain and it was
I brought
fun.
up the WNBA team.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, the
I'm
only reason I
progressive.
bring it up is because our goalie is Hope Solo, who is like a huge Olympic, soccer champion. So
Yeah.
Which-
Yeah. And she
Chris
was
just
like married
laughs.
to a Seahawk. Or
Which
she was
one?
engaged to a Seahawks. Oh God.
Doesn't matter.
No, he was
doesn't matter.
He was a tight end from Washington.
Not a Wilson.
No, it was they like it was like she got arrested, like they were fighting and shit.
Oh,
Jeremy
say-
Stevens.
Stevens,
okay,
yeah,
Jeremy
yeah.
Stevens.
It was a J. I just can't remember.
So we have a
He dropped
women's
a
soccer professional soccer team, and we have a women's professional basketball team. And yes, the Storm has been the only thing to keep basketball in Seattle so far, and successfully.
Well, they were
because of their
owned by Clay
championship
Bennett, and I think
wins.
Clay Bennett sold them to somebody that I mean he didn't care.
He
Well,
moved.
damn, maybe we
Yeah.
should go see a WNBA game because apparently those are damn good. 'cause
Well,
they're
and
good.
now they have a new arena, right? Because they share
true.
that basketball and hockey together, right?
Yeah.
The Kraken and the Storm share that stadium,
Yeah, I mean,
right?
coming up would be their first season, probably playing in it. Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. But that's it for basketball. We don't have anything else.
They've been playing. I think they've been playing in Everett. Since
at the Comcast
Yes.
or Xfinity Arena.
Whatever.
No, Angel of the Winds.
Angel of the Winds.
yeah,
Wins.
whatever the hell it is now.
Dude, they rename this stuff so many times.
Yeah.
now.
Okay,
It's
is that normal
ridiculous.
in other parts of the country that
Yeah,
they
for
just
them to-
Oh, yeah.
continually rename?
No, wait,
Oh,
because
yeah.
no.
I'm still waiting for
You
a
think-
maxi pad arena.
I was gonna say, do you think the Cubs have changed their stadium? They wouldn't just change their stadium.
Can't change it from Wrigley.
I know,
No,
that's what I'm
like
saying
the
though.
best-
Can you
Yeah.
imagine one day it's Wrigley and then now it's like Dr. Pepper Stadium? Like they'd be like, what the fuck? No way. When you have that much history, like there's no way. So no, I think there's something about East Coast mentality versus West Coast. They hold on to their traditions, and we're like,
We don't hold our history.
We're
That's
like-
why,
yeah.
like,
No. Yeah.
I know we're not at the Seahawks yet, but like the uniforms
yes,
are
yeah.
way more like modern.
Yeah, they
Here?
are.
Like a lot
You
of
mean
teams,
here?
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
sure.
other teams, they keep their old school, like
Yeah, for
you know,
a
the
long time.
Packers, the
I
I
Bears,
think
like
it's West Coast though, because the Rams look like shit.
You mean the Rams' new stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but it doesn't change the fact that they're progressive. Everybody's
Yeah.
progressive and they're trying new
Yeah.
things and changing stuff.
I don't think
up,
they should
so-
change the one that we have. I like the one that we have.
Seahawks.
yeah. I
You
like
mean
it
like
too.
their current
Current
look?
one. The one,
Yeah.
the one since 2012.
But you don't like the old school one?
No, I really like the old school
Yeah, the
one,
old
but they're
school
not
one.
gonna bring that back.
Well, no, because now there's a fight against like the Native American culture here. So it's like you
But
can't
that's
have
what I
anything
wonder
that
about
looks like
the
that
Sonics.
now.
If the Supersonics came back,
Right.
I know that their colors, like Amanda was saying, are like really iconic.
Yes, that's
like,
true.
would
yeah.
that upgrade
I,
happen?
I think they would update maybe a little bit just to kind of keep some refresh stuff, but they would go back
Yeah.
to the same
Yeah,
color
see,
scheme.
that's
They
the
would
thing.
not change
I
those
would
colors.
really like if they came out with like the 1990s, like obviously minus the short shorts and shit. But
Yeah.
because I love that color.
Minus
man.
the short. You don't like the short shorts?
I mean,
You mean the?
as you
mean
get
the-
older, your balls sag. So
It changes.
You mean the lime, almost lime, like Kelly green, the white and the yellow? Is that what you're talking about?
the white one was my favorite.
OG though?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. I like it. So now we've gone through. That's 3 or 4. 3.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Nobody's
You don't have
counting.
to recap.
I
Please
just
don't.
I'm trying not
It's
to
annoying.
be lost.
I'm annoyed.
All right.
Okay,
West
so what
Coast.
comes next? Football.
I mean, yeah.
You have no confidence
Honestly,
there.
no, I forgot. I was like, oh shit, yeah,
the-
there is
the
that.
ink
But the thing
actually-
is like with the Seahawks, I literally just wrote
Seahawks.
to present because like I know everything.
I know everything.
Because I know everything.
So
Well,
the
I-
Seattle football team.
I'm probably
is the
wrong,
Seattle
but I
Seahawks.
doubt it.
No, I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough.
Okay, so back in the day, my dad has been like a diehard Seahawks fan forever.
Right.
Like
Sure.
forever.
Right.
And he
Ride or
used to-
die.
Yes, and he used to have a Warren Moon jersey that he would wear all
Moon
the time.
Moon was arguably one of the most famous players on the Seahawks
Yeah,
during
so-
that time.
He was
sure.
a Washington Husky.
Oh, sure.
was?
So if you're coming from
Yeah.
So here's my question.
history.
Obviously, the Seahawks made it and won the Super Bowl
Right.
more recently.
Sure.
They made it, well, whatever.
Yep.
They made it to the Super Bowl, whatever. Didn't they win a Super Bowl back in like the 70s or something?
No.
They
No.
had not won.
No, they were
Nope.
they had a couple good playoff runs back in the
They had a
70s,
few-
right?
No, well, in the 80s.
In the 80s.
Because they were expansion team in 76.
So their first Super
Oh yeah, so
Bowl
only
win
4 years.
Yeah.
Right.
was the Russell Wilson.
It was 2013, Russell
Okay.
Wilson's second year.
Yeah.
Sophomore year, they won. And then they went to the Super Bowl the next year.
Yeah.
And it was, I remember because there was an ad for a mattress store that was local and was like, we will pay off everybody's loans if the Seahawks win back to back. like everything that anyone has ever purchased. And they're like, that won't happen. Literally one play.
Yeah.
We literally lost
Dude.
a second Super Bowl win in a row because of one effing play. 2013 and 2014.
Wow.
So I was watching today's game, and they brought it up again. They brought it up again because one of the announcers was there. He was like playing against us, and they brought it up, and I was like, dude, it was 7 fucking years ago.
Let
it's-
it go.
yeah,
Leave
it's
it,
a lot.
like seriously,
yeah.
people think we're dickhead fans, but it's like, you're rubbing our fucking face in it.
Yeah.
And it's like, we get it.
It's tough.
Well, it's because most of the world is used to East Coast fan base. It's like, you
yeah.
won a couple years ago, but you lost last year. Who gives a fuck, dude?
Yeah.
I'm glad that we won one. If we don't win
Yeah.
another, hey.
Yeah,
my,
if
my
you-
dad got to see them win before he died. I'm happy.
Well, if you watch ESPN or Sports Center, or that's ESPN, if you watch Fox or anything like that, they only talk about the East Coast teams. It's very rare that you get talk time about the Rams or the
no, they
Cardinals
talk about the Rams, dude.
or they talk about the Rams because LA now.
yeah, now it's LA.
But you're right.
Before
but
it was St. Louis,
but
like,
like
fuck
it
you.
rarely talk about Cardinals. They rarely talked about
I feel
Raiders.
like you're right pre the Seahawks Super Bowl win.
Yep.
But I feel like they entered the conversation.
Well, they brought the NFC.
they had to, right?
They brought the NFC to more relevance because it's always AFC all the time on football. It was annoying.
I mean, and since the Seahawks have made it to the playoffs every year,
it was like if
right?
you weren't talking about the Bears,
Except
the
for this
Packers,
year.
No,
the
actually, there was
Giants.
another year that we were 9-7 and did not go to the playoffs. But
Oh, okay.
Oh,
we
that
have
was-
won at
yeah.
least 9 games in 9 straight seasons from 2012 to 2020.
And it's fitting that we're talking about it right now, because this is one of the worst seasons we've ever had.
I mean, yeah. I
in,
mean, I don't
in-
know.
in
really
recent
bad.
times, yes.
Oh, go ahead.
Can I ask a question?
Yes,
When did Pete Carroll become the coach?
he became the
2010.
coach. The
2010.
he had Hasselback for 1 year, right? Is that correct?
Matt Hasselbeck?
2010.
No.
How old
I-
were you, Andy?
Yeah. Okay. If I go back.
I would have been
I
20,
had
whatever.
I had Juju Bees when I watched Spider-Man.
So but
It was Sour Patch Kids.
so he became the coach, and then 3 years later they won the Super Bowl.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Because we were supposed to have, so we had Matt Hasselback for a long time, and he actually got us to the Super Bowl as well.
2005, and a bunch of people are butthurt about that.
Yeah,
They thought
yep.
that it was stolen from us. I don't know.
Yeah, we got to the Super Bowl and we
Oh.
lost to the Steelers in
Yeah. Okay.
2005, and then we won in 2013 against the Broncos, destroyed them.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Peyton Manning, like
I s-
arguably
That-
one of the best quarterbacks in the world,
Yes.
was so fucking flustered that entire
I
game. It
feel
was
really bad for him,
fantastic.
though, because he's a nice guy.
He's a
Oh,
nice guy,
totally.
and
if
he's
it
a great
happened to like Tom
yeah.
Brady, I would just
He's a
I
great
would
player.
ejaculate watching that happen.
is he-
It's true. I
first
hate Tom Brady.
first play of that 2013 game, they hike the ball out from center and it goes over his head like 40 feet, like a bad one. And Peyton Manning's running after it like a cartoon character.
I
like it was
remember-
so bad.
'Cause
He
we-
ran
Yeah.
until he knew it was going to go out of bounds. And he's like,
Yeah.
thank God.
We for the last forever I've been watching the Super Bowl with
Oh, right. Yep.
Casey and Timmy and Billy, who's on our Anime 101 episode, and we have been watching the Super Bowl together forever. And I remember that game because we were all just like, wait, they're gonna win?
Right.
Like-
yeah. Because you just thought it was a throwaway or something fun.
we
Yeah.
always got together and we didn't really give two shits about the
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
We would just hang out and like place like prop bets and stuff. And
if I'm not mistaken, I think it was 38-14, something like that, right?
It was
We
43-8.
Oh, 43-8.
I was
We-
gonna say,
okay,
I was
even
gonna
better.
say,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly, it was like
It was a
we
bl-
were ahead by immeasurable. Like
It
there
was a
no
blowout.
way.
It was a blowout, as
Yeah.
in our second string was doing some Super Bowl plays.
Yeah, like
towards the end of the game.
okay. So
yeah.
can I? And I don't know if you know this answer.
Yeah.
Sorry. How does that even happen? So you get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then
You just
you're
choke.
not on your entire
Yeah.
team
Well,
is
yeah.
not on their A game.
So the Denver Broncos offense was the record-setting offense that year.
Oh, they were incredible that
Yeah,
year.
yeah. So no one scored. Yeah. So a lot of people weren't picking us to win.
But we were
We had
also
nothing- the
our
thing is,
defense
we had
was
nothing to lose.
incredible that year.
Well, our defense was fantastic.
It was
right?
incredible. That year.
But
That
we had
was
nothing
the
to lose.
beast mode.
That was the
Legion
of
of
Boom.
Boom.
Oh,
like
excuse
we had a
me.
back
Well,
we had a
that was
back four,
that
and
too.
these guys were
Beast Mode's
insane.
offense.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's
a
sad what
blast.
happened to Cam Chancellor, but
Yeah,
Bam,
I know,
bam.
I know.
yeah.
What happened to him?
But we all
neck
yeah.
injury.
He had like
Oh.
career ending.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
But that's happened to some guys.
So
Yeah,
so
happened to Sterling Sharp.
Yep.
He's not a Seahawk, but
Yeah, it just
happened to that
sucks.
one guy from like the 70s where his leg just bent in half.
There was a stinky leg. There was a player. It was so bad. We're not going to go any further, but it was the Redskins, and now they're called something else.
Washington.
Oh, yeah,
football
Washington
team.
football team.
Oh,
Let's get more
here's-
creative.
Here's what I have to say about
Okay,
that
yes,
one.
Yes.
Why not? I absolutely understand cultural appropriation. It's not appropriate
Sure,
to have
whatever.
that as your mascot. Fine. It's an offensive word. Fine. Won't argue that.
Sure.
Why not just change your mascot to a potato?
What?
Redskins.
Oh,
Potato.
because this is Yukon Gold Country, bitch.
That's not
Yukons.
intimidating.
I know.
Here
just a
comes-
potato.
I'm gonna eat you for dinner.
Here come the
Yep.
potatoes.
I would be like,
Yeah.
fine. Redskin potatoes are delicious. That's a known fact.
We call those. We're the baby.
You don't
Reds.
even have to peel them.
The
The
cheerleaders
Redskins-
are just
the
in
Redskins-
potato sacks.
There's
quarterback
like,
you're
ooh,
talking about was Joe Theismann.
No, they're all just
No,
chunky.
no.
Yeah,
I'm
broken
talking.
leg.
No,
RG3,
dude.
RG3 stinky
Oh,
leg.
You remember that break?
Yeah, but
It was spinning around like a windmill, dude.
Ugh.
It was bad.
have you seen Joe Theismann's break?
I've seen it. I've also seen one that didn't break, but it like bent backwards like an ostrich leg and came back.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Dak
hyperextended. But
Prescott's broken ankle was really awesome.
rough.
Oh,
There's been some that are broke, like this. The bone breaks through the skin, and they're
Yeah.
just sitting there holding it
Yeah.
on the field. So the Seahawks, though, there was we've never had anything like that. We've been fans of a lot of different teams, but when the Seahawks won, that was the first time you go out, no matter where you went, everybody had Seahawks jerseys, hats, whatever.
Well,
If
hold on a second.
What?
Not everybody.
Okay, not you.
Not me, bitch.
Sure,
Yeah.
but you would go anywhere.
No. I know. I'm just
And
playing
what's
around.
funny
But yes,
is
it
Ash
was.
and I would watch every single game. There was a couple times we had to leave the house. I don't know why, but we'd go out and we'd see all these people with Seahawks gear on. It's like, why ain't you watching the goddamn game?
No. So this is what I figured out.
if you're a
So
fan.
I figured out when we were when the Seahawks started doing well and everybody was really into it.
Yeah,
As someone who doesn't really care,
right.
that would be the time that I'd go to Costco. I would
Yeah,
go
you
to
were-
a
yeah,
restaurant.
sure.
We would go do.
But you weren't in Seahawks gear.
I was not.
These people were decked out in all Seahawks gear like they're the biggest fan ever, not watching the
You
game.
can still be a fan and go to Bed Bath and Beyond, right?
No. If the game's on, I'm sorry, it's only on for a Sunday for 4 hours, and that's it. You stay home, you watch it, then you go to Bed Bath & Beyond after the game.
I think that's always been a struggle with Seattle teams is that historically not great teams.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
like in '95, when the Mariners were crazy, I'm sure everyone was wearing Mariners.
a lot of people were
clothes.
Mariners fans.
Like everyone
Yeah.
loved the Mariners
Yeah.
at that time, and same thing happened with the Seahawks. So it's really hard. I mean, there's a lot of bandwagon fans.
Yep, there is.
And
I
there
think,
are those
Yes.
diehard ones, but
Yeah.
Yep, I think Washington's bad for
Yes.
bandwagons.
Fair weather fans.
Yes.
totally.
You know, it's like, every year it's like, this was the one that we finally had a losing season, but like they were like, oh, they're playing sloppy. It's like, dude,
It's not bad.
the only other team
Yeah.
to win as much as us
Right.
is the New England Patriots.
Right.
So we need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, like at this
Like
point,
we're
give
acting
us
like
the,
we're from Philadelphia.
yeah, give
Like,
us
we
the
need to
credit.
stop.
Give us the credit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there was.
We
out
haven't
of-
mentioned Steve Largent. We should have.
oh, that's true.
Yeah.
But I mean,
You still can.
Sure. I am.
Sure.
Yeah, but he was
Who's
like
that?
He was the best wide receiver next to Jerry Rice.
Wide
at the
receiver.
time.
yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Wide, did you just say
Yeah.
wide receiver for
She's
no
just
reason?
saying- she's
I
repeating
love
things.
Lamp.
No, I said, who's that? And then Chris goes, the best wide receiver. And I was like, oh, he's the wide receiver.
Yeah.
So
What's a
that's
wide
it.
receiver,
There's-
Amanda?
There's what?
He goes wide and he receives the ball.
She's not wrong. She's not wrong. She's pretty good. She's pretty good.
I know some things. I'm
Yeah.
not a freaking retard. Like,
Just-
I know some
I
things
need to
about
see where the line is.
yeah.
So-
What's a tight end?
He stays real tight, close to the quarterback, and he maybe or maybe not get the ball.
She's still not
I
wrong.
mean-
She's not that
Nah,
wrong.
I mean-
She's not that wrong.
Context clues, bitch.
You're. What's a center?
He's right in the center of the field.
Okay, she's not. That's not bad. She's good. What's a tackle?
He tackles other people.
What's a guard?
He guards other people. Probably what guards a quarterback. What's the coach?
Oh, I could not go that. far.
So I will say I know for myself it's all about the Seahawks are very popular over here, but it's interesting to see the Seahawks be popular outside of Seattle.
Yeah.
That like Russell Wilson is the quarterback. He's
And-
very popular,
and he's
married to Sierra.
Yes, which has given him more fandom.
Yes.
Yep.
That's
People that love Sierra are probably like, I love Russell Wilson.
Well, and I think
Yeah.
it also reinvigorated her career.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She got brought back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now
She had
people are
one
watching
hit.
more of her strip teases on stage.
Sure.
All the time. So that's sports for Seattle. We don't have any other like. I mean, we could.
I was gonna
we
say,
could-
what the hell else is there?
There was a rugby team that like won a
We-
championship in like early 2010.
So okay, no. There is a couple other sports teams we have to
Lacrosse?
talk about. There was a lacrosse team.
There is. Yeah, there was, yeah.
And then rugby too. I forget what they
Yeah.
were called though. Do you remember what they were called?
Sea Dogs.
Are they gone now?
Oh, yeah,
Seawolves.
yeah.
Seawolves.
Sea Wolves.
And,
There was also Sea Dogs. There was Sea
yep.
Slugs.
And then we
Sea
had
slugs. What was that for?
I don't remember.
Then we
I
had
was-
the XFL.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
the
It's
XFL
the Seattle
came.
Dragons.
It was the Seattle Dragons
And
there
they
was
may
not
come back.
So XFL started twice, failed both times.
It did?
One, they failed because they just didn't have the fan and the promotions. Second time failed because COVID hit right when they started the season.
And
I
actually,
was
they
gonna say,
were a
'cause
lot better.
didn't-
The
Yeah.
only thing I didn't like is like they did sideline interviews right after a play.
Oh, yeah. And you're like,
depending on who
yeah,
you are,
right.
Like I'd be like, that's fucking bullshit.
yeah. You're like, I want to,
Yeah.
So the XFL wasn't the extreme
Yep,
football
Extreme
league.
Football League.
And I remember the cheerleaders were like skimpy.
Oh yeah, it was like there's also a lingerie
Strippers.
football team that we have in Seattle, but they don't play anymore. I don't.
Okay.
Think. Yeah. And then they called it something
I know that
different.
there's
they
also
like
a-
transitioned it into
There's a
something different.
women's football team called the Spartans.
I think that it maybe is what used to be the lingerie football team. I don't know.
I don't know. It's
I might be
women's.
wrong.
One of my friend and her daughter are on the team. It's for Washington. It's Washington State. I
Are
think
they-
it's minor.
Did
kind
they
of thing.
used to be in lingerie?
I don't know. I don't know.
Get some pics of your friend and her mom.
Sure won't. Sure won't do that.
So and then XFL came in. COVID struck it down. It sucked, but they were unique because a player would get money based on what he would do on the field. So if he got a touchdown, he'd get like a $10,000 or a $20,000 bonus just for catching the
was
touchdown.
that the one that was owned by the? Doesn't the Rock own it?
No,
does
Vince
now.
McMahon.
The Rock does.
Oh, he owns it now.
does
Oh,
now.
yeah. So it's
He-
Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Tried it twice. First, it was by himself. Second one, he had a financial backer as well that joined him on the
I think
second
he
try
was the main one because he cashed in a ton of WWE stock to buy that.
to get it, and then The Rock bought it from him
Him and other people, they bought it for like $5 million.
because they want to try again.
Well, because
Yeah.
you get all the naming rights.
Oh,
all
that's
the
true.
teams and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's true. So they could try again,
Interesting.
but it's like they got screwed by
if
COVID.
they're gonna
so.
try it again, I think I hate to say it this way, they almost need to make it like a game show almost.
Well,
where,
that's
like,
what they did the
if your
first
team-
time.
If your team does well, they get like certain like almost like Cutthroat Kitchen. Did
Well,
you
that's
watch
what
that?
it is. So if your team won a certain amount, you
Yeah.
would get extra bonuses. You would get extra cash, like
Okay.
incentives, and then you would dude. Some of the naming convention or the naming that they chose on their jerseys, they could choose their own. There was
Well,
a guy named.
that was the first time though. The
Yeah,
second
yeah,
time
no.
wasn't like
I was
that.
gonna say like the
He hate me.
Yeah, he hate me.
Oh, I
Yeah,
know that. Okay.
So they tried that, and then people didn't take it seriously though. So
No, because it was silly.
Right, so when they came
thinking
back,
like
they came
Harlem
back to really-
Globetrotters, but football.
oh sure, so it's staged.
less talent.
not necessarily
Ash
staged.
and I went to a Globetrotters. It was awesome.
I would go. I don't mean necessarily staged, but I think it would be interesting, at least for an audience perspective, if, like all of a sudden some guy's got a fucking RC car. Now the football's on the RC car. Now it's like driving. I don't know why. I think it would be funny.
Amanda's demographic.
like football, but mini golf.
I don't know.
Like Happy Gilmore shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have a lot of golf courses.
You'd
here,
watch it.
Yeah, well, the one that's by Tacoma, right? Like, what's it called? Shit.
The golf course?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I
called
know
a golf
I
course.
know the one in Medina is ridiculous. Our
The
friend
one-
does the
one,
lawn for it.
Around Tacoma, I forget what it's called.
But they do PGAs there, don't they?
Yeah,
PGA
well, they
too,
only did it once because it's shit.
Well,
like, a lot of people complained
It's
about
tough with the rain. The amount of rain we have is really rough to keep it going. So it gets
I was gonna
muddy.
say I wouldn't imagine golf would be very popular here because it's so rainy.
Yeah, what you can play it when it's nice outside. It's what
Actually,
you play it in.
our friend
May
that,
and-
that Andy was talking about that works at the
Yeah.
course Medina came here to work on the course because it's there aren't many places in the country where you can play golf all year round
Sure, and you can hear
Oh,
rain
because
or
we don't
shine.
get snow.
Fair.
Right. Yeah.
That's fair.
So you can actually play even when it's like gross.
Yeah,
you know.
that's fair.
But
Chambers Bay.
Chambers Bay. Okay.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it. That's the Seattle sports. If you guys are a fan of sports from your hometown or whatever, and you're like, you guys, your team sucks. I don't know.
Or
let
if you
us
want
know.
us to try another city,
Yeah, right.
tell us.
Yeah, we'll do all of Atlanta sports or
Yeah,
all
well,
of.
yeah.
Or
Atlanta's
if you guys
cool.
wanna
I-
show
Atlanta,
me-
that's fun.
You guys,
Yeah.
you guys want me to look at a picture of a sports logo, like their mascot, and I gotta tell you what the team is. We'll figure it
We
out.
could,
I love it.
Just put wagers on whether she is going to get it right.
Whether she knows it.
Yeah.
I want to know more than you think, bitch.
Awesome. Amanda, where can people find us and or support us?
Okay, so you can come join me and talk about how much you dislike sports at our Instagram at Real Awkward Podcast. Come hang out with us over there, and then with our episodes, you can find us obviously anywhere you find your podcast. If you can share us with someone, that would be awesome. And if you can review us, we would really appreciate it, and it would help us out.
It'd be awesome. And guys, if you get a chance and you want to become a Patreon supporter, hit us up. We just started our Patreon. We're really excited to get people jumped on, become a member, and get some free exclusive content.
Yeah, be a real awkward rube,
Be
baby.
a Rube, baby.
Rube.
And Chris, thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks,
and
man.
Yeah.
Giving us the rundown of Seattle sports.
It was fun.
It seems you seem like you had so much fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it was great.
We're
Really
gonna
seems like it.
We're going to end it here, and you guys won't hear from Chris again. All right, guys. Thanks so much for listening, and we will talk to you on the next episode.
Bye bye.
Bye.